it's kind of rude. I feel like it's kind of rude to talk with my shades on. Even though I really want to keep them on, I'm gonna take them off for the video. But I just left the theater. I just seen him, and I am pleasantly surprised. I seen a couple people review it. First of all, I didn't even know it was coming out. Like, absolutely no promotion. Like, I didn't. I think the first time I seen something about him was like 2 weeks ago. Um, but anyways, I did see a couple of reviews saying it was really, really bad and really boring and really like just not a good movie. And I was like, damn. Because the people I seen reviewing it, they kind of told the plot and it kind of did sound boring. But I was like, you know what? I'm free. I'm gonna go see it. So I went and saw it. I I came into the movie like 20 minutes late. That's on me. That's my bad. So I did miss the first 20 minutes. But the person at the counter told me what happened. Like, oh, he just got drafted and they just started. Like, he literally told me like you didn't really miss nothing for real. So I came in at the part where he was training. I think I came in on day one of his training. Like, he had just, yeah, I came in when he was getting his physical. Like, he was getting the first physical and it was like, drop your drawers. That's literally where I came in at. And, you know, it's crazy because at first I was like, damn, I missed some of the movie. I'm not gonna get the full experience. But I feel like I came in at a perfect place because he had just got to the facility and he had just started doing all the work and shit. So like the same way he didn't know anybody and he didn't know what was going on and he didn't have no backstory. That sounded so fake. Like, how they just cut off like that? That sounded so fake. But anyways, I like where I came in at because similar to him going to the facility and getting drafted and all that, he didn't know these people and what was going on, and neither the fuck did I. So I really felt like the main character. But the movie was so good. Like, it was so good. From the time I got into it to the time it ended, it was really, really good. The person who said it was boring, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But it is one of the most occult movies I've seen in this year's time. Number 2 would definitely be Sinners, but I would argue that him is better than Sinners because it's psychological. I love psychological movies. I think Sinners was a little more spiritual. They're both really, really spiritual, but I feel like Sinners was a little more spiritual and him was more psychological. It wasn't a scary movie, but it was scary because of what was happening. But I'm going to talk about what stood out to me in the movie, besides the very, very clear occult symbolism. I mean, you know, Baphomet, the stars, the horns, the checkerboard, the rituals. But what I think is more interesting than the straight out occult shit, because I feel like that gets everybody, you know, the horns, the mask, the pig mask, and the checkerboard and all the symbolism, all of the visual symbolism. But the real symbolism is that the shit takes place in the mind first. So before you even get to the checkerboards, before you get to the drinking the blood and the rituals and all the physical shit he was doing, they had already got into his mind. Like, they had already psychologically got into his brain. The training, when he first started training, and Marlon Wayans had some shit just feel weird. But Marlon Wayans had some young niggas come in to like throw the football around with him or whatever. And basically, I don't know football terminology. And that's why I really didn't want to watch the movie, because once I heard it was about football and somebody getting drafted, I was like, oh, that's not my tea at all. Like, that's not my tea at all. But I'm glad I didn't let my projections of sports stop me from watching the movie. They like, but yeah, it was his first day training, and I don't know the terminology, but he had to catch the ball from the machine and then turn around and throw it to a receiver. But if the receivers missed, then this other man would get punched in the face with a football. Like with the machine that throw the football out, he would get smacked in the face with a football, and he started getting real bloody. You know, when his tooth came out, or when his teeth came out, and Marlon Wayans was basically calling the main character a bitch. Like, look, you're a bitch. You're not helping. Look at your teammate. You're a bitch. You're this. You're that. Woo. And even in that moment, like that was psychological. The movie was so good. Like, it's not. And the person who I heard say it was bad literally said it had no plot, but the plot is psychological. Like, no, you don't know his family and his outside life, and you know, but the plot is the psychological mind game that they're putting him through. The ritual. So like I said about the occult symbolism, like everybody only pays attention to the occult, like the symbolism, the horns, the blood, the checkerboards, all this shit. But the real ritual takes place in your mind first. They have to get in your mind first. The ritual won't work if they're not in your mind. And that's the crazy thing too. I remember I seen Skeleton Key. It's about they playing with me right now. They playing with me. They playing with me. But Skeleton Key, I watched it like a year ago for the first time. I didn't know it took place in Louisiana, so I was like, okay, let me watch it. And basically, Skeleton Key was about body swapping. So this old woman would like switch souls with people, like literally, like she would put her soul inside of that person's body and then put that person's soul inside of her old body, and that's how she stayed young. But at the end of the movie, she literally said, that's crazy, because it's the same thing in him. It was body swapping. But at the end of the movie, the person who was trying to take somebody else's body, she literally said, you have to believe in voodoo for it to work. So the way that they were swapping bodies in Skeleton Key was through voodoo. But throughout the whole movie, the young woman didn't believe in body swap like that. Well, she didn't believe in voodoo. She thought it was all a joke. She was from up north, I think. She came down to the south, so she thought it was a big joke, a big hoopla, right? But the moment she actually believed in the voodoo, that's when the body swap worked. And just like in him, at the end, spoiler alert, but at the end, when he kills Marlon Wayans, that was the body swap. It was just different. So in Skeleton Key, they used voodoo and magic and, you know, potions and shit and spells to swap the bodies. In him, they used physical combat, but it was still a mentality first. It was still in his mind. He believed that he was him. So he took him from him and he became him. It was a good movie. It was a really good movie. But yeah, like, even in that first scene when he had to catch the footballs and his teammate was getting punched in the face, smacked in the face, you saw like the psychological that was the breaking down. The first couple of days they had to break them down, and that's any system. You look at sororities. You look at what else? Sororities, jobs, the army, school, even. All of these systems kind of break you down and humiliate you in a way, and then they promise with the promises of building you back up. But the gag is the psychological warfare is just to make you think that they gave it to you. You were already endowed with it when you were born. And something I think is very interesting in the movie is that Marlon Wayans told him at one point that there can only be one GOAT, and only one person is born, and that's important. He said only one person is born with the gift. But here you have a whole team of people. I'm talking about the football owners and the publicists and all the people who was supposedly making his dreams come true. They're all pretending like they're endowing him with this rite of passage and this amazing power. They're all acting like they're giving it to him, but truthfully he already had it and he was born with it, which is why at the end of the movie, right before that, he's like signed the contract, or they're telling him sign the contract. He looked down and he see a picture of one of the head coach owners, one of the head football owners who owns the team that he's about to sign his life to. He looks down and sees a picture of him, his father, and the owner, because the owner always knew he had the gift and he was the one. He might not have known, but they already know. And that's the ritual, is them acting like they're giving something to you. Like, and it's crazy because this shit go deeper than like football, fame, fortune, success. This shit is even as small as day-to-day life. People in your day-to-day life will act like they are giving you life, as if life is not your birthright. They'll act like they are like just sustaining you and, you know, just the reason for your existence, the vein of your existence. And the whole time the vein of your existence is because you exist. People want to take credit for the one. They want to be the person to discover the one. They want to be the person to be in bed with the one. They want to be the person to be able to say, like, yeah, like, I'm cool with the one. Like, people, I put the one on. They want to try to control you through these rituals. Through these rituals that don't mean nothing, because it's just psychological warfare. The whole, you know what's crazy? I was laughing the whole movie. The movie's actually funny as fuck. I don't know if anybody else is gonna feel that way. I think the movie is fucking hilarious. I mean, I was laughing every time Marlon Wayans looked at him and said, "You bitch." I started crying because that's the same psychological warfare they use in training the military. Oh, come here, you maggot. You don't mean shit. You ain't shit, you bitch. Oh, you think you the man? Come here, bitch. Like, that's the shit they do. Sororities, when you're trying to cross as a fucking whatever. Oh, you ain't shit, bitch. This bitch thinks she gonna be a Delta. This stupid hoe. You a dirty bitch. Oh my God. And it's like, you don't even have to do that because you was born with it. And I feel like that's why niggas don't like me. Like, I dead ass feel like that's why people don't like me, because they be wanting me to beg. Please, 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 please. That's what it. I could be reaching, but I swear, like, sometimes in life it feels like people just want me to grovel and beg for some shit that ain't nothing. Like, it's like The Wiz, like, or The Wizard of Oz. It's like you look behind that curtain, it's nothing. It's just another man. And I know that, and I understand that, and I feel that. So why the fuck would I grovel and beg to you? Oh, please, please give me a record deal. Oh, please let me star in your film. Oh, please, fuck you. Like, what the fuck, like that? Like, I don't have to do that, because when you're the one, but see, that's the thing, when you're the one, you got to be the one to move like that. It be people, and it be people who far from the one. It be people who the 100,000 trying to act like they the one. And it's like, baby, with that attitude, you're not gonna get nowhere. You're not gonna get nowhere, because it's not even coming from a place of real love. Like, the more I love myself, the more I'm not gonna grovel. But like, they want to break you down so that you look like, it's so simple. They want to break you down so that you look at them as the reason for your success. But he was already him. He was already the one. He was never not the one. Even and it's crazy, because like, Marlon Wayans is training him, right? So basically, he finna be the new quarterback for this football team, and he's getting trained by the former pro superstar quarterback of that same team. And the whole time, they're acting like he's not finna be the next quarterback. Like, they're acting like, oh, can you do it? Oh, well, these young niggas in here can do it. Oh, well, what you gonna do? You a bitch. Da-da-da-da. Or like, it was one time where like the publicist lady was like, oh, it's this party you should go to. And he was like, no, I need to work out some more. And she was like, well, somebody told me that, there's going to be, the owners of the team's going to be there, and they're really looking to sign you, so it might be a good idea if you go. Bitch, that was always the case, but like, they dangle this carrot in front of you, like, but it's like they were always going to sign him because he was always the one. That's what I'm getting at. He was always the one. But they try to make it seem like, oh, you got to go through this, and you got to go through that, and you got to go through this. And the ritual is really just like awakening the beast. But it's crazy because they do it in a like they do it in a very negative way. Like, they awaken the beast inside the one, but they keep it at a very hungry, low vibrational state, because everybody has a beast inside of them, but everybody can't unleash that beast inside of them. So it's not just about having the beast, it's about being able to unlock the beast. But the powers that be want you to unlock the beast for their own gain. So they're going to get you to unlock the beast, but they're not going to teach you how to control the beast. See, the real path of enlightenment is learning how to control the beast inside of you. We all have beasts. Baphomet is learning how to control the beast inside of you. But like in the movie, they will just unlock the beast and let it run rampant. They won't give you the tools to tame it, because the tools to tame it come from higher consciousness, but they'll unlock it through sex and power and drugs, and which is what they were doing. Like, the movie was so good. It was so good. I'm glad I went and seen it. I'm glad I went and seen it, because I was really like, oh, I don't think it's gonna be that good, but it was really, really good. Damn, best movie I've seen this year. I've been saying that about a lot of movies, but this is the best movie that's came out in 2025, because the other movies that I consider to be the best movies, they came out in 1976, so that don't count. But 2025, oh, that movie is, yeah, that movie, him, her,